What's up, big guy? Good to see ya. All right.
43.
This is making for a great podcast, guys.
Sorry, Archie
43.
Bunker at 48.
Oh, yeah.
Nuts. It's just.
And they did point out with
Wow.
Alice that it's really just her hair. Like if you just look
Yeah,
at the face.
Yeah.
sure. Right. But wow.
I'm older than everybody.
And you look younger.
Thank you. Big guy. Hey, big guy.
Okay, here
Well,
we go,
Marilyn
here we
and big
go.
guy.
And 5, 4, 3. Welcome, everyone, and pull up a seat at the table. It's lunchtime in Rome. Tonight's episode 316 is entitled Life Mottos You Live By. We've gone over favorite mottos before, but what ones do you actually live by? What are those? We'll be talking about that at the table this evening. Pull up a seat at the table and join us. First-time listeners can subscribe on your favorite podcast app or watch us live or later on YouTube at Lunchtime in Rome. Visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. While there, you can take our relational needs questionnaire. Make sure to follow us on all social media, and it would be great if you give us a 5-star review. Jay, what specifically is this podcast about?
At the table, we strive to love one another and help you to do the same. Some weeks we'll have someone join us. We rarely do that anymore, so that you can get to know them and learn a little bit more about yourself in the process. Other weeks we dive into a topic. Romans 12:15 says to rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn. That is what we do. So while it may not be 12:15 in Rome, we're treating it like it is lunchtime in Rome. Yay!
Yeah,
Hurrah.
yeah. Sorry, I'm still messing with the sound.
Okay, you wear many hats on the board.
Both
Yes.
literally and figuratively.
It's an
I have a lot
intimate
of
gathering here this evening.
It is.
Yeah.
I
And
like
that's
it.
fine. That's fine.
And shout out to Breaking 90 for great feedback on the audio. We've been making some more adjustments since we've got these new mics, so appreciate it.
Always
brother.
feel free to let us know about the audio and really anything else.
Yeah, audio is very critical because, like, if it's bad audio on a podcast,
You can't listen to
yeah,
it,
you can't
nor
listen.
should you.
Right.
And that's why I am staying disciplined and far away from the mic.
You can be up on it now.
Oh, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. How's Amy? Amy Hammond's back with us. Chris is
Hi.
busy. Brian is on his hiatus.
Hi, I'm good. It's been a busy weekend. It was a really great weekend. We were at the wedding for Christina and Julian. Congratulations.
They have been at the
guys.
table.
Yeah, so it was really fun. Really, really honored to be part of the wedding. It was fun to sing with Brian. So
What would you
It
do
went well.
differently if you were going to do their wedding? I'm just kidding.
no, it was beautiful.
But I do have a cute
Yeah.
story, if I may.
yeah.
Because the one thing that I would complain about, the one thing that I have complained about was there was no slow songs.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
was
that's
surprised.
what, I mean, Rachel and I love to
Sure.
dance together in a
Yeah.
slow dance.
Yeah.
So I was dropping off stuff for the athletes' food pantry at the Maras, and May was there, Jane's mom.
Aw.
So we were chit-chatting, and I brought that up, and she said, for certain, she said, there was no song that made my heart ache for John, her deceased husband.
Hmm.
And I walked away going, oh, well, that's a good sacrifice. I'll give up one dance for my wife if
Right.
that makes
Yeah,
a widow feel
sure.
less lonely.
Right.
I am curious of the decision, because I mean, obviously, they probably made that decision.
Well, and I know the owner of, well, you probably do, Brian Jones owns the DJ company. I don't know when Brian graduated, maybe
Yeah.
after you or before. Penhill's guy, great guy.
Yeah.
So I at one point I may say to him, hey,
Is
you
this
want
the
me
new
to dance?
trend?
Well, were they taking requests?
I hope not. That's the worst.
Well, but that's what that's what I mean. Because like you would think somebody would request a slow song,
They certainly didn't advertise that.
right?
And this has nothing to do with our topic tonight or Amy's update. But if you allow requests, I think that's a terrible idea because I'm never going to request a song.
Mm-hmm.
Why
So-
not?
Because I don't want to impose my song on everybody
Right.
else. So only aggressive people would nominate a song and they probably have poor choice in music.
Mm-hmm. Right. Surprisingly, too, this is not a critique. It was just more of like, a noted that there was no group dances either. Like usually
That was
there's
on
at
purpose.
least.
I know that for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Julian and
So
Christina are
they're
not
just
fans
not
of that.
okay. Yeah. So
And I
everybody
said,
has
it's
their
your
preference.
wedding, but I
Right.
encourage you, throw out your most tolerable one.
Yes. Right. Not the chicken dance or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It could
I'm
be
not
or
against
whatever.
the chicken
Yeah,
dance.
Sure.
I have a policy. I have two policies. Well, probably
Especially
more
when
than
there's kids at the wedding. The chicken dance is fun.
Sure.
And there were kids there.
that. And much elder because they can still do that.
Yeah.
And they know it.
Unless they just had like rotator cuff surgery or something.
Well, you keep it low.
Yeah, keep it low.
Keep it on the pillow.
Little,
It's funny because one of my things is I never take my jacket off at a wedding. I just think that's a gentlemanly thing. I don't judge anyone else who does.
yeah, I like to keep mine on too.
I
Yeah.
will occasionally judge like a groomsman who gets a little out of control and has a tie around his head and everything
Right.
else. But that's one of mine. And the other is I don't do the group dance.
Like,
Although I might-
like
any group
electric
dance.
slide.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah.
But I think a chicken I might.
Mhm.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'll have to delve
Because
into
it's so
that.
silly.
I don't know.
See, I think I'm pretty good.
Maybe I don't do line dances.
I think I'm pretty good at picking music. I like to pick music. I feel like I can read a room. And I have a perfect example. When we went to Arsenal Bowling
Mm-hmm.
and spent $1 million on bowling,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got gluten and threw up as soon as we got home. Go on.
but there was a DJ there that night, and the vibe was good. And I said, "Hey, are you taking requests?" And he said, "It depends." And I said, "Werewolf of London," and he's like, "I got you." And I was
Nice.
like, "See, I can." I was like, "I can read the room." I was like, "I know what vibe we're going for," and he played it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny what sticks in your mind. Way back in the day, and I mean way back in the day, at Metropole, 1993, 3, which was a dance club downtown, very famous, whatever else. Fridays was 1984 Revisited, which is kind of funny that it's already
1980.
10 years
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
Mhm.
And John Steffi, who is Mark Steffi's brother, George Steffi, former pastor of Faith Community Church's son, who I was friends with. I would not go there with him, but he would be there. And the DJ was actually on the ceiling in a booth, like 40 feet above the dance floor. And anytime he played a song he didn't like, John would just put his middle finger in the air. I didn't do that at Christina's wedding. Having been the efficient, I thought it would be confusing. Not a
I
good
don't know.
witness.
I don't know, because I can't. So I don't know if it's Bob or Marilyn, because it's Marilyn's face, but Bob is the username. So Bob or
But
Marilyn.
he's enamored with her, and she is his entire world.
Oh no, I just want to make sure I'm talking to the right
Every
person.
decision he makes is based
'Cause-
on her.
Bob said, well, regardless, whoever comments, we're always going to say Bob no matter what.
Sure.
Sorry, Marilyn. Bob said, I think playlists are pretty much set in advance, and they are way more fast songs than slow songs now.
Mhm.
It is Marilyn. I knew it.
Well, what I encourage people to do in my wedding prep when I counsel them or teach them, when we do all this stuff like that we do at the table, but then
Yeah.
we have the wedding day prep, and it's a really cool outline. I think we've gone over it here at the table, but I tell them,
Yeah, I think we have.
provide for them, must play,
Yeah.
and must not play.
Yes.
Yes.
For sure.
You got to have that must.
And I remember
Right.
I told our DJ, I said, I have 3 different men that if they hear any of these songs, will escort you from the building. and he laughed, and I went, I'm not
I'm not
Yeah.
kidding.
and one of which was any boy bands, because that
Okay.
was the height
Yeah,
of the boy
sure.
band.
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
And he actually came up to me and said, your nephew has requested a Backstreet Boys song. May I play it? And I was like, yes, you can.
All right.
It was Matthew.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
I think it was Bye Bye Bye.
Yeah.
How old was Matthew when you?
32. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
when you
No,
got married.
back
How
No, I
old?
know.
Yeah.
That's why I said
Right.
32. Well, let's see. He was born in the fall of 89, and we got married in 99. So he
Okay,
was
so it's 10.
Yeah.
he was 10.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's
That's
cute.
I always know his
Yeah.
birthday, not an exact birthday, but that's the day I slit my arm at the window tinting shop.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, look, I cut my arm. And they're like, Marilyn's in labor. I was like, okay.
Marilyn said he was 9. That's fun.
Nice.
Going on 10.
Yeah, but we've been marathoning, not sprinting. We've been go.
Could you argue you've been decathlonining?
Sure.
But you know what I mean? Like intense bursts.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not one thing that's gone a long time.
Yeah.
Right. It's just, it's a lot of things over a long time.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they're all good. Like, none of them are bad.
Right. You're not going from hospital to nursing home to,
Right.
morgue. Mhm.
Yeah. But we were just, we were just talking like we could use a break.
Yeah.
We could use a little break.
Little us time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're due.
Sure. I would be in favor of that. I want to start, it kind of transitions to our topic for this evening, but that's not a phrase, decathlonining.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's been a marathon. Nobody says it's been a decathlon.
Yeah.
In Bob Does Sports, which is my YouTube golf nightly mindless activity, which, by the way, brings me such joy
Mm-hmm.
because it's such a combination. It's barely even about golf. They show like the guys riding in the carts and they have random conversations. Why are you looking at me?
Oh, sorry. Marilyn with a
Oh, there he is.
picture from the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of
Locked
Matthew.
and
Show
loaded.
Amy. Show Amy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then show the camera.
Oh.
That's when he was. That's when he was reading.
Yeah.
Wives, be submissive to your husbands. And then everyone applauded when he was done,
Oh.
and he got mad because all he did was read. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I remember Maggie went through a phase of you could not applaud her.
Nope.
No. See, Matthew would want the applause,
Mhm.
but it's got to be for something that's like.
You
Yeah,
got to earn it.
legit.
Right.
Right.
So, the one guy said to the other one, like, I forget even the topic, like, well, give me a random thought or something like that, and he said, it really bothers me in the English language that we don't have a term for your nieces and nephews. Because you have sons and daughters, those are your children.
Yeah.
You have your grandson and grandchild, those are your grandchildren. You have to always say nieces and nephews. There's not a term. My sister's kids.
Mm.
Like, and I was like,
I don't understand what you're saying.
okay. Whereas you have son and daughter are your children.
Right.
If you have grandson and granddaughter, those are your grandchildren. You have niece, nephew, those are your niece and nephew. There's not a combining
I gotcha.
word.
Right.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a brilliant statement.
Yeah.
I never thought about it.
No, that's why I brought it up.
I'm not sleeping tonight.
Yeah.
Well, don't get me started on why is the alphabetical order the alphabetical order?
I don't know.
Why does it go A, B, C, D?
I don't know. Right.
Someone said.
It's just always been that way.
Well, no, because I was going to say God says he's the Alpha and the Omega, but Omega's not Z.
No,
Because they're like, well, they had to put A at the beginning
God's
because
about-
God said he was
you were
Alpha.
rocking and rolling at that
And
point.
then they have the Z.
This is Omega. Yeah, little known fact. It was originally called Zomega.
Wait, what's the Greek letter for Omega? Is it shaped like a Z? It's probably just O.
I think it's like a fancy O.
With a
That's what
Z
they
in it.
call it. Exactly. That's why it's fancy. Well, we are grateful for Big Guy and Mary Lynn and all the others who join us at the table each and every week. And we would love for you to sit at the head of the table. In order to do that, go to lunchtimeinrome.com, become a paid subscriber, giving $10 a month. If you give over 10, you get a signed picture that does yet to exist, but will. And you can also pay a little bit extra for a one-time donation of $20 and be a part of our saying goodbye at the end of the show. You could pay $25. I can be out by $5 either way. And be a part of the beginning and actually do the beginning or donate enough to, which I think we said was how much for
50, I think.
50. Have an entire show be in your loved one's either celebration or their memory.
Do we have that written down somewhere?
Yeah, I do.
Because I'd like to include it
In the
on
show
our
notes.
yeah, in our show notes.
Love it.
Yeah.
So wait, by the way, it could be in their memory, in their celebration, or I think you could even do one out of spite.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
you
you
can do
imagine?
anything out of spite.
As Sean McCartney
I'm
said,
saying that's
the most noble of all emotion or all motivations.
Yeah,
Spite.
that's who I thought of.
And that would be one of his phrases. And so spite is the most noble of all motivations.
Yep.
I had the opportunity, speaking of spite, last Thursday evening to speak at the National Honor Society and be their featured speaker for 5 minutes, whatevs. Which is where at the very end of it, in my last 30 seconds, I just put out bullet advice. Excuse me. But I was snubbed by our principal who thanked everyone else in the building and skipped over me, which is delightful. And speaking of poor emotional responding, I told Mary Lynn and she was just more angry. And I said, no. I'm happy. Like if he just would have said, hey, thanks to our guest speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not a story.
No.
I mean, I could go with, he can't remember my name, which he can't. But the fact that I got the complete snub, it was
Well, do you think
outstanding.
that's what it is? Like that's why? Because he doesn't. Yeah, like he just. So if I don't say anything, and then I'm.
Somebody else pointed out because my whole talk was, it's all about your motivation. Are you selfless or are you selfish? And I gave an example of all the things you're going to go through in life. And if you're being selfless, here's what's going to happen. If you're selfish, here's what's going to happen. And then his whole talk was on being selfish. And it's all about you, and you're the one that matters. And you, but I don't think he listened to a word I said. So I don't think he was like, oh, he's against me. I mean, he calls me Mr. Announcer, sir.
Yeah. Oh man.
2 years in.
That's just somebody doesn't have any like want to be get
True.
to know you, right?
That's true.
Like, that's
But that was why I got the opportunity to go, mottos, because I have a motto and I wanted to amend it, and I'm still working on it. And we're either going to come up with new mottos next week, or at the end of this one, we can spitball a little bit. Because I saw another on Instagram reel where guys are talking about sayings that don't exist but should.
Mhm.
And it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Theirs are funnier. But anyhow, so do you want to share one of yours before we get going with everybody else? And another time, for those of you watching, we got 3 pages and we're celebrating them. I mean, if one's ridiculous, like, you should always poke your child in the eye. Like, that's not a good one. We're going to point that out.
Right.
But for the most part, we're celebrating.
right.
I got to be honest. I didn't think of one, and I knew we were.
Well, then you shouldn't have to think of it.
Right. It should just be like ready to go.
Oh, right. So I don't have a motto.
Got no mottos. Don't be at fault.
Well,
That's-
my go-to is don't be a turd. Like,
Okay.
That's my motto.
Yeah.
And
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
right. So yeah. So it's
Like
kind of
Rachel, do better.
yeah.
Rachel, do better.
You know,
Leave me alone.
Yes.
That's another one.
it's a simplified version of do unto others as you would want done unto you, or whatever. Yeah, the golden rule.
Yeah.
Don't be a turd.
No, that's delightful. And we did this 3 years ago. I looked it up, but this year I added it's got to be a life motto that you try to live by, not just I like it.
Oh.
That's a cool one.
Right.
No. I really try. And bonus points if you came up with it.
Mm-hmm.
I did not come up with this one.
Did you come up with "Don't be a turd"?
No, I couldn't have.
Could.
Nah.
Okay, Amy.
Instead of
Be a turd.
yeah, right.
Because if I did, then Chris Pratt said it in his speech to the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards.
No, there's a lot of you got a lot of run. You have a lot of reach,
Yeah.
Amy.
Instead of being right, be kind.
Mm.
I did not make that one up, but a coworker said it. This was years ago, but I really like that because how many times have you been in a situation where you just wanted to, for darn sure you're right about something, or it could be anything, something so simple, something big, but then just
Well-
just with kind, just be kind and just say, you know what, because what's is it worth it?
Right.
know?
And I think it resonates with you because Amy's a social worker. So
I was just laughing at so many people are not kind.
well, Amy's a social worker, and she has she kind of has to watch people fail sometimes and be like,
Yeah, I never thought that way. Yeah.
families kind of struggle with a lot of things, and Amy can pretty much predict the future because she's seen so much happen for so long. And
In regards
And-
to end of life situations,
Right,
Don't
right.
ask her for lotto numbers.
right,
Right.
yeah, right. But like
Different kind of pot.
yeah. So
Right.
that like families might want to do one thing, but Amy would know the better way of going about it. But
And that's what makes
and
you.
she just needs to meet their needs of like trying to
Right. Join them where they are.
join them where they are, and hopefully at some point they'll understand where she's coming from.
Do you think that's a lot of where that came from, or is it also it just happens to apply to that? Because I think it's
Yeah.
great advice in general.
Right. Actually, it was one of the pastors that I worked with at the time, and he was doing like a Bible study with the participants there. So I don't remember how it came up, but that's what he talked about that day, and I just really resonated with
What
me.
I love
So,
about it is the focus.
mhm.
Back to my let's make it about me, the National Honor Society speech. Because when you are right, it's about you.
Right.
But when you're kind, it's
Yeah.
about them.
Yes, that's I think that might have been what he was trying to get to now that you mentioned
Yeah,
it.
it's very giving.
It is.
Like
It's
I
humbling.
don't have to be right. I
'Cause,
don't need
man, there's times you're just like itching in your
Oh.
seat. I really.
Well, then one of my phrases, this
Yeah.
isn't a motto, but I hate to be incorrected.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Jay, I'm pretty sure you know this person because I think they've commented before, but I can't remember who they are.
Pretty guy. No, I'm just kidding.
MECP2 twins mama.
Oh, that's Bethany.
Yeah, Bethany, that's right. She wrote in, "Are mottos short or long? One of mine is caregiving ABCs. Advocate for my family, build our community, and care for yourself. I came up with that, and I'm working on writing a book building on that.
Nice.
I think that can be short or long, and that's appropriate.
Yeah,
I love
think
it.
it's great. I love a good.
So what's the A?
ABC.
Advocate for your
Advocate
children,
for your family, build our community, and care for yourself.
I'm just laughing thinking about my mom, because like mom would just be like, "Oh, honey."
Yep. And you know what she meant by that.
Oh, absolutely.
You can apply it to so much.
And that's because if anybody has a right to say, "Honey, I can't," it would be Bethany.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not that my mother didn't have a right to say it. She had a lot going on too.
Yeah.
So wait, what's yours?
What's mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I got 20. We'll go over about 5 of them tonight.
I was gonna say I know. Well, I
You-
don't know if
you
it's
tell
a
me.
motto. I don't know if
Oh,
it's
I
a
know
motto,
one.
but you have we have today. I don't know.
Huh?
Yeah.
if that's a
we
motto.
only have today.
Sure
That's
it
a
is.
good one.
Okay,
It implies a motto.
it implies a motto,
Mhm.
like meaning we have today. Don't focus on tomorrow.
Sure.
Don't think about.
Wow,
the
I didn't even have that unwritten down.
Well, what's a good one?
What did you say you knew?
Touch it once.
Ooh, you know what's funny? I just referenced that tonight to Rachel. Touch it once and do it now. They're kind of
Mhm.
sister phrases or
Yeah.
brother phrases.
Yeah.
I've amended it though
Okay.
in the name of exercise, because I used to be like groceries
Touch
going
the
in the
weight
house.
once.
No.
Okay, one time. All
One time.
right.
I like bringing groceries in, like like a man. I'm gonna bring them all in at once.
Right.
Well, now it's like, I get extra steps in.
Yeah, exactly.
And today I didn't
Yeah.
put my
Yeah.
steak in the sous vide, and I was getting ready to get in the shower, and I was like, I can do it later.
Nope.
Actually, that does do it now. Do it now.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've
Yes.
slightly amended.
I've
I like
tried
it.
to do something similar. Like if I forget something upstairs, I'm like, but then I'm like, no, I get to go up the stairs again and get more
Yeah.
steps in. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But do it now. I am a big fan, and touch it once.
I need to do better at do it now.
right. Do it
Yeah.
now is so
Yes. So good.
which and it haunts me in the car when like you go to back up and there's a smudge in your backup camera,
Mm-hmm.
and you're
Yeah.
like, all right, as
Should've
soon
done
as I
it.
get
Yes,
somewhere, I
right.
have to wipe it off.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's not because I'm not going to do it while I'm driving. You know what
No,
I mean?
right,
Like,
right,
Right.
right.
Or like that
Yeah.
little speck that's underneath your windshield wiper, and you're like, all right, I got to get a bleach wipe and clean off the windshield wiper.
Yeah.
It's not a procrastination thing. It's just I forgot
Yeah.
because you can't do it
Right.
while you're driving.
But then you get back in, you're like, ah.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Earn the right to be heard. That's a big one. You're fine until you're not fine. And then you'll
Yeah.
be fine. I've been living a lot. In
That's
that
the
one.
other one I was thinking of.
Yeah. You're
A
fine
lot on
until
top
you're
of
not
too
fine.
much. That's more of like
Well,
an
that was for Jan.
observation, but that's a good one.
No, it's just too much.
It's just right.
No, it's just a lot on top of too,
Too
much.
much,
You're
that's
right
a
the
good
first
one.
time. I
Yeah.
even corrected you. Yeah, it's just a lot
Yep.
on top of too much.
Yep.
We'll go over some more as we go. Crystal Lynn said, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. I mean, that's certainly rooted in acceptance.
Mm.
It breaks my heart for people that struggle with that.
Right. Trying to be like being perfect or like,
Yeah.
like striving to be
Yeah,
like
not
don't want to mess
being
up.
not being able to make a mistake.
Mm.
That's horrific.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For sure.
But why does our heart break for those who are that? But the person that's but like we get angry with the person who's too okay making mistakes.
Oh.
Right.
Right. That's just being careless to me. Like that's more of like a choice. Like intentional.
They exist way too much in mercy.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Michelle Gonzalez wrote in and said, treat people the way you want to be treated, which is like the golden rule. And,
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
and
Don't
it
be a
is-
turd.
Don't be a turd. It is a genius one because like you think about it, you want to treat people with kindness, right? That's easy.
All the emotional needs.
But then when somebody does have a moment and they kind of blow up, you would think like, well, how would I want to be treated? And maybe that person needs a little bit of grace. Maybe that person
Oh,
needs a little
yeah.
bit of mercy. And
Yeah,
that's,
it's a golden rule for a reason.
right. It works,
And
all
it's
kinds
in
of ways.
every, and I'm not going to turn this into a supernatural theological podcast, but like every major religion has their version of that.
Yeah,
And if you
Mhm.
want to get deep with it, you go, why?
right.
Well, because it's in the original, it's
Yeah.
in the authentic, true word of God
Yeah,
that gets bastardized into other
yeah.
false religions from fallen gods who are supposed to entrust. Anyway,
She has some others here. She said, "I'll do anything once. If I like it, I'll do it again. If not, at least I tried it once."
that is very much her. I don't know if,
Mm.
I mean, like going into, wasn't Bon Jovi, whose tour bus? She told the story when she was here with us, like Skid Row
yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
Gosh, that was an
Okay, yeah.
eternity ago.
Yeah. I know.
Been on here
That was
for
in
a
the
minute.
old. That was in the old
yeah,
studio.
I do remember that. Mm-hmm.
She
Go
also-
big or go home.
Yeah.
That's also her. It's not me.
Yeah.
I was thinking like one of mine is a job worth doing. Is a job worth just getting it done.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I live by that. I really
Yes,
do. Like,
yes.
I'm not gonna do it well, but at least I'll get it done.
And her favorite is living and loving life.
Which she does.
Lindsay Ross, God only gives you what he knows you can handle.
I have thoughts on this one.
Yeah, like I think that's controversial for some people.
Oh, do you really? You don't have to like it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No. You don't have
Right.
to like that he knows you can handle it.
Oh. But
Mm.
I agree with it. And this is
you agree with it?
yeah. Absolutely I do.
Or only allows, like he allows that.
Yeah,
right?
sure. No.
You
If
know,
you want to
maybe
get into
that's
that.
sure. Maybe that's the wording for some people get
Well,
hung up on
because
the gives.
I was always told it was well, if he didn't, like he wants you to lean on him when you need him.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So that like this doesn't make any sense. Like you can't handle it on your own. You can't handle it on your own. You need God to get through certain
Correct.
times in life. Right.
And so therefore you can accomplish, given his help,
Right.
whatever comes your way.
Okay, if that's implied in that
That's implied in
statement,
that.
okay,
It's not you. It's not about you. It's
Right.
meaning like you can get through this, ...
with God.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's things that my point is you don't have to like it is there's things that come your way, like that you go, God, you think more highly of me than I thought you did. Because if you think I can get through this with you, you know what I mean? Like
Right,
that's
right.
what I thought you meant. Like why you didn't like it, why people don't like it.
Right.
Right.
That God's
Now what you're
assessment-
saying is making a lot more sense to me.
correct.
Yeah.
Right. And it's never comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
but it causes you to grow. That's and I love nicknames. That's a new Lindsay at church.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Not that we have an old Lindsay.
Yes. Right, but I know what you mean.
What's
Right.
funny is like
Yeah.
Tall Beth.
Yeah.
10 years from now she'll still be
Oh, new Lindsay.
and we'll have 4 more Lindsays.
Yeah. We went on a big back and forth Mary Lynn's. It's a little different. You're only as old as you act.
Mm.
And a little deeper than you think.
Yeah.
Not
for
as old as
sure.
you feel,
Right.
but old as you act. And I asked her for where it came from. She does not know.
No.
All right.
Trixie.
Yeah. Heather Houlihan. It doesn't have to be grand to be great. That is very true. Because a lot of times it is
Right.
the simple things in life
Yeah.
that you need to stop and reflect on.
I've never heard that. And it should be more common. And it does have a nice alliteration to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That should get some more run.
I like it.
Yeah.
These are going to be great t-shirts when Chris makes them. And she also wrote in, it costs nothing to mind your own business.
We kind of had that lesson tonight with Maggie.
We did.
We just talked about certain things like, private. Like you don't ask people like, hey, what's your finance or what, or how
Sure.
much money do
How
you
much you
make
pay for that car?
or whatever.
What's your house
yeah.
cost?
Like,
Things like
so
that.
we
You can
started
get
to-
her on board with that early. It'll save her some
Yeah.
struggles in junior high and after that.
Yep. And
But
then-
wait, does it? But does it cost you something to mind your own business? Your own? No, I guess not. Because I'm thinking like sometimes you bite your tongue.
Sure.
Sure.
It costs a hole in your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like,
Yeah.
But you're better off not doing it. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's the whole God gave you one mouth and 2 ears for a reason.
Ah, well said.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one, be kind.
Yeah, that's
Don't
tough.
be a turd.
Don't be a turd.
Dawn Pinner, crying can't help, laughing can't hurt. Quote from her mom.
God rest fierce soul.
Yes.
Great woman.
Yep.
We all agree with that statement, don't we?
I wonder if Dawn agrees with that statement.
I would be careful not to go to many funeral homes.
Right. Yes.
Hey, everyone.
Because I feel like
Want to hear a joke?
crying can help in some cases. I
Yeah,
guess.
but I
I
get it from a
Yeah.
stabilizing,
not to fixate on something and just that's all cry, but you still have to heal, like move on or whatever, and not just stay in that.
I love her relationship with her mom.
Oh, yeah.
And knowing her mom, that makes sense. This whole phrase does.
For sure. Yes. In the context, yes.
And I love, for most of these, I know the person. And so it helps given the context. Like the next one is Kelly Fry. It's solve the problem.
Yep. That sounds like Rachel's quote.
Well, they get along.
Yeah.
That's your neighbor, by the way, Kelly.
Yeah.
Very pragmatic family.
Yeah.
You know, get it done.
Right.
Nicole Boyda McGinnis, change is inevitable. Growth is optional.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's a good one.
It's
Yeah,
super deep.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because as a pastor and a young life guy and whoever I am to other people, when you see people come and they're like, they have the same problem over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, maybe you haven't learned the lesson.
Yeah. Kind
And
of,
God's like, yep,
Yeah.
send it again. Let's run it back.
kind of hits on what we've been talking with that. I'm sorry, I forget the guy's name.
Chase Hughes.
Chase Hughes, the video of, because
Yeah.
change is going to happen. Or things are going to happen,
Nobody's exempt.
and you're going to feel like you just going right back to that 8-year-old kid.
Absolutely. And by the way, even though we're halfway or so into this, one of the reasons why we're doing this is for, people to have the opportunity to pick up a new one, have a different viewpoint of life, a different perspective. So I hope that happens. What did Marilyn just say there?
We're getting a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
She said, I said it came from Rick, and Rick didn't know where it came from. He
Right.
said either movie or TV.
Well, that's obvious.
Um,
That's his entire reference. Or NASCAR race.
mm.
This too shall pass, Nicole also said. It is well with my soul. Is that a true story or is that a legend? The
True story.
origin of it.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I did. I
Which,
said
for
it
those
one
who don't
time in
know,
church. It was
Look
crazy.
to the, I almost said the etymology, but the origin of the, is it a hymn or is it a song?
I would say it's a him.
Yeah, it's a him.
It is well
Yeah.
with my soul.
Mhm.
There are no problems, only solutions. Which came from a French ticket agent at Charles de Gaulle Airport.
And,
Well, that's better than
Oh,
what
man.
most ticket agents
Yeah.
say.
Right.
and with you can read the last one.
The story of the Chinese farmer.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
I think I've read it on here before.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a story. It's all about perspective. And
Okay.
it's his son. It doesn't matter. Look up the Chinese farmer. It's
Yeah.
a great story.
Okay.
yeah. And Beth said, kind of adding a little bit more context to the be kind stuff. But Beth said, be kind, for everyone is facing a battle you may never see or know about, which is
Yeah,
so true.
very
Everybody's going
true.
through something.
All the
No matter
time.
how much money they have,
Yep.
no matter how broke they are, they're going through something.
Yep.
And very, very, very rarely did they wake up and say,
Right.
I'm going to bother Eric today.
Right.
That is my goal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if I have one more favorite be kind motto.
Yeah.
Be
okay.
kind
Yeah.
until it's time to not be kind.
Yeah.
You know what that's from?
It's from UFC.
Nope.
No. Oh man, I know
The man
this.
that said it was a prophet. His name was Dalton from Roadhouse.
That's
Ah.
right. That's right. I was trying to think. Oh, yes. Man, Roadhouse was such a good movie.
Don't take my
Roadhouse.
kindness for weakness.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
for sure.
That's a good one.
You're next, Eric.
Jessica Berkovich said, "Do what you love, and then figure out
Oh.
how to get paid for it."
Mm-hmm.
Some people could get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Lunchtime
Nobody's
after
paying
road,
me for
after
disc
dark.
golf. I'll tell you that much.
Beverly Sheasley says, help me to be more like you, Jesus, with every passing minute and day so that I don't recognize the old me.
That's lofty
Yeah.
Big one.
because
Yeah.
I've changed a whole lot, and I think I've done a good job in my walk with the Lord to become more like Him. I still see me,
Mm-hmm.
and actually, I understand old me better.
Yeah.
It's kind of like going back to the change one, too. Like the growth and the change, and it's inevitable. And
But that's so funny because we also have. Oh no, change is inevitable. Growth is not. Yeah, for sure.
Growth is optional.
Faith Milazzo, whatever decision you make, you will make it. You will make it the right one. I would, with all due respect, amend that because the motto would be "Make it the right one." Like, hey, this is the decision. I mean, I take it
Yeah.
as, hey, whatever one you made,
mm-hmm.
hey, let's make it the right one.
Yeah.
Let's either, it's either a success or a lesson, whatever.
That's interesting because I took it as whatever decision you make, you will make it the right one eventually. You might have to go through some stuff, but eventually you'll get
Yeah.
to the right one.
Hmm.
Corey Trey, don't stress over things you can't control. That's hard to do a lot of times.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a good
that's
discipline, though.
Yep.
real tough one.
And always working more toward let go and let God.
It's almost a cliche, but it's simple,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but yet.
It's like the golden rule. It's simple.
Oh yeah.
So I'm a month into a very busy season with the finish line being Friday.
Wow, Maggie's birthday's on Friday.
I know. And it's been a constant battle of overworking each and every one of them.
Mm.
And even in prayer, like, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do with this? Lord, what do you want me to do with that? Lord, how should we do this? How should we do that? Instead of, man, Lord, I can't wait to see what you do with this.
Mm.
Right.
Boy, God,
Right.
this is going to be great to see how you put this together.
I get to
Yeah.
do this.
Right. Let alone I
Yeah,
get to do this.
right.
But
Yeah.
letting God, like, no.
Yeah.
You know, even though I'm going to God, I'm still holding on to it, saying,
Mm-hmm.
or show me how to do this, rather than, hey, Lord, just clue me in along the way.
Mm-hmm.
You want to, if you would be so kind,
Yeah.
gently redirect me in the right direction. I prefer not a bat to the side of the face, but if that comes, it's fine
Right.
as well.
Right.
Kelly Anchor, always someone better than you and always someone worse than you in all aspects of life, period.
Oh, there's a T on the end of that.
Yes, period.
Period. That's another perspective one.
Yeah.
Do you struggle? I don't know. Neither one of you struggle with that.
No.
What?
That phrase.
Always someone better than you, always someone worse than you.
I mean, I would change that to someone better off than you.
Well, but it could be also in a skill, though.
Sure.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like
for sure.
especially
Yeah.
in the workplace,
Yeah.
industry, whatever you're in.
But that's the way I read
Sure.
that. Like somebody's better off and somebody's worse off.
Who is that phrase better for? The person who is beating themselves up for not being perfect, or the person that's jealous? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's that best for? Giving grace or perspective?
Or someone that's very good and they know it and it's humbling them, to
Right.
say,
Or somebody that's very good, but that
Yeah.
drives them nuts that they're not the best.
right, like the perfectionist.
Right.
Yeah. That would
Maybe
be,
it applies to
right.
all, and that's why
Yeah.
it's a good motto.
it is a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't love the lower one necessarily, like
Yeah.
because hey, people have it worse than you,
Right.
Or at least the
Oh, that's being
Well,
dismissive.
or maybe it's perspective too, like, oh, well, I was once at that level, and look, there's somebody there, and that I could be someone that could train them up and help them, and I don't know. There's
only
a lot
because
there.
I'm trying to think of her name. I can't think of it right now, but my volleyball player whose goal is to not be the worst. That was her entire motivation.
That's setting the
I
bar.
am not the worst. I was like, because she would
All right.
always like choke in games and everything else.
Mhm.
Beth said, sadly, this motto is no longer valid anymore, but be kind, rewind.
Oh yeah.
We used to live by
R.I.P.
Oh,
that
yeah. Heck
motto.
yeah.
We had a special, it looked like
Shout
a
out to
race car.
Blockbuster.
Oh, you had a rewinder?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You just wouldn't press rewind on your VCR?
You could, but the rewinder was faster.
Ah, okay.
So you took the
Yeah.
if you're doing back-to-back movie night like on Friday,
That's crazy.
you take the first one you watch, put it in the rewinder, get the next one loaded in there.
Mhm.
Man, I feel like there's gonna be a movement to go back to doing things an old way.
Mm.
And I think it's starting with the younger generation. There's I sent it to you. What is this? It's called Tin Can Phone, and it's a cordless phone, but like it looks like your old phone from the '80s that you had hanging on the kitchen wall, right? You can see it. You know what I'm talking about. And cordless meaning like you could take it anywhere in the house. It's not tied to the wall, but you could mount it to the wall, and it has a cord. And it's for kids.
You mean an antenna?
No, I mean the cord like coming out of the bottom of the phone, like that was tethered to the wall.
Okay.
And it's for kids that are too young to have a cell phone, and they just want to talk to their friends, outside of school or whatever.
So
And
it's a phone.
it's a phone, right? It's a phone. Like that's that's so funny. So what you're saying is it's a phone.
Are you okay?
But I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like kids would enjoy the experience again of going back to a blockbuster and picking out like there's something about picking out a
Yeah,
movie.
tangible.
Or what we've talked about, like if Pizza Hut opened up a
Ah, come on.
old school pizza
with Blockbuster right
Hut-
there.
Oh
yeah,
my
combine.
gosh. Man. Yeah.
You just made me think of something. And I've seen, somebody was just talking the other day. It was like Rich Eisen, I think. And, Derek Stroop was on with, I think,
Oh, I still want to watch his special.
Rich Eisen, who's a sports guy, talking about like if you called somebody's house and the dad picked up and you
Oh,
just said,
yeah.
Is Derek there?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Right.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Derek there? May I please speak
Yes.
with him? And then you had to have your entire conversation on the phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
He goes, and God forbid you called after 10 o'clock at night and then you doubled on top of that with is Derek there?
Right.
Like,
Oh.
I'm going to catch a beating right now.
Dude, I remember like feeling the urgency that I needed to call a friend. It was late, and you were like, please just pick up. Like you wanted your friend to pick up and
Not the
not
parent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Was that me?
Attention.
Yeah.
Anita Choma.
Yay.
Lord, show me how to be your hands and feet today.
Mm,
That's a nice motto.
I love that.
Prayer.
Yep.
A lot of these are mottos / prayers.
Sure. Kelly Marie, my husband's favorite line.
This is
you're-
Colleen Johnette's daughter.
Oh, okay.
I think that was complicated.
No, because I was thinking her name's Amanda. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
Huh.
All the Gala boys live this way.
Galia.
Galia.
That's a great phrase.
It is a great phrase.
It's not shooting too high.
Right.
Yeah. But it's honest.
Yeah.
Wait, does the inverse or the converse work? If you're smart, you
If
can
you're
be
gonna-
weak. No,
Mm.
but that may not be true. But if you
Nah.
are going to be dumb,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
I like it.
nobody likes dumb and weak.
Yeah.
Alexis Bobik Batchets. Batchets.
Graduated with her.
Don't let your expectations exceed your efforts.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
Don't let your expectations exceed your efforts. Yeah.
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 And that's a lot of.
Mhm.
It's so funny because I don't have
Hmm.
expectations. I don't think I
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do, and then I get annoyed when it doesn't go that way because I'll
Right.
have like something built up in my head like it's good, this is going to be great, and then it doesn't go that way, and then I get not all the time, and I feel like I'm way better now than I used to be, but it would be upsetting.
Well, and it's, even as you say that, when I say I don't have expectations, I mean of myself / goals.
Yeah.
Because to me, I read that as like, don't say, "Oh, I'm going to be famous," and what do you want to do? Nothing.
Right.
I want to make a lot of money. What are you doing?
Mm.
Nothing. That's how I take it. But like
Sure.
you're taking it almost more relational. Like,
Right.
I expected this to go differently.
Yes.
But
And
then what's that
when
got
it
to do with your
doesn't-
efforts?
Right.
I want a good marriage.
Right? Because if you
I
think
expect to have an
Sure.
easy marriage.
Right.
Well, are you working at it?
Right.
right,
Yeah.
but yeah, like because for me, I've never going back to like the what's your effort, and for me, like I've always lived. I don't have like the 5-year plan. I don't have the 10-year plan. Like people that have like that mindset, like professionally,
They're disappointed a lot. Go on.
it because I'm just like God opens up a door and I walk through. You know, and we've talked about that before, but yeah. So
I actually just told Tommy because I told you guys that story that's what he spoke at Riverview High School and told them you can have a 2 and a 5 and a 10-year plan, but better get used to having to pivot
yeah,
because none of it's going to come true and
Yeah.
everything else. And I told him, I said, hey, as I've told so many people about that, I keep saying that, yes, it was wildly unpopular. And he goes, never asked me back.
yeah.
But I said, right now, there are 30-year-olds out there who are like, man, that guy was
He was
right.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do like the way Nate Bargatze lives his life though. When he was talking about, he's like, you have to have goals that are very attainable. Then you have goals that are a little bit more lofty, and then you have a goal that you never tell anybody because it's so
They would laugh you
insane.
out, yeah.
Right? Yeah. And his was, I'm going to sell out Bridgestone Arena in
Right.
Nashville, and then he did 3 nights in a row over one weekend.
Right.
Wow.
This is crazy, but
No, I don't have those.
No.
no.
God will ask you what you did, not what your neighbor, brother, friend, etc. did. That's a good one.
yeah.
Man.
Mind your business.
Right. Stay in your lane.
But I just said that on Sunday.
That's
Like you're
true.
accountable for what you know. You ain't
Yeah.
accountable for what somebody else knows.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, but man, do we get stuck into all that outside stuff and the macro stuff. So,
Oh, for
and
sure.
that's good.
Our guy Denton from church. Heaven helps the man who fights his fears. And of course, who said
From
that?
the prophet Kenny Loggins.
If you're trying to meet Denton, just go to any Comic-Con or
Or
a
Eden Park.
celebrity event. Or
Yeah.
We saw him at Eaton
Pasquale's.
Park
Did
the
you?
other day. Mhm.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He said it's been his mantra since high school. And yes, and it's true. God help the man who fights his fears. Hold on, I want to stay there for half a second.
Yeah.
That kind of goes back to the change one. You know,
Mhm.
that if you're not gonna fight your fears, you're not gonna grow.
Right.
You're gonna stay right where you are.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you know, and that also goes to the same end of don't lean on a shovel and pray for a hole. You know,
Right. Action.
Right. Yeah. Right.
you
Yeah.
can't be passive in your growth.
Don't
Right.
pray for hungry people. You can go buy food and donate it or whatever. Yeah.
Sure.
Be the answer to prayer.
Right.
Yeah.
But in specific to yourself, it's sort of
Yeah.
also like, don't, you know, and I want to stop short of, you know, careful what you pray for. You know, if you pray for patience, God's going to give you an
Right.
annoying person. I didn't think I was going to hit quite that.
No, that was
No,
funny.
it's
That was
good.
funny. We need Chris for the drops. Mary Wyckoff. Jay, my mama passed into Jesus' arms March 8th.
Do you know her, Amy?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm very sorry, Mary.
Go ahead.
My favorite saying she told me, if everyone puts their problems into a big pile,
Mm.
you would take your own back.
Yep.
Hmm.
We say
Oh,
this.
you've never heard that?
all
I've
the-
never
oh,
heard of that.
really? Oh, yeah. We say
No.
this a lot at work.
Okay.
We just
Yeah.
deal with a lot of heavy stuff. So we all
Sure.
kind of sit around and go, well, man, I'm glad it, you know what I mean? You kind of look at your own stuff. You're
Sure.
like, well, we're doing all right, you
Yeah.
know, considering what we
Yeah.
see.
I would
and all the good.
argue-
Yeah.
And what's funny is we've talked about this because that can be bad comfort. Like, you know, we've talked about it before. Like somebody else has it worse off is like dismissive and not a good.
It's a
But-
perspective, not a comfort.
Yes, that was going to be my point. Like it's kind of
I love my-
it's kind of convicting of that, right.
Well, no, because the first time I ever heard this, and I think Trey was either still alive or had passed not too long ago. And I was thinking about, and it's funny, we even just mentioned it tonight, you know, like that we don't have to hold our breath every year for cancer screenings because, well, he passed away in 2014. But it was somebody else brought up somebody whose kid had made it, quote unquote. And I was like, I don't want that. Or somebody whose adult child with special needs, you know, was 55 years old and the parent was 75 and they didn't know what they were going to do with the 55-year-old. And I'm like, well, I don't want that,
Right.
you know. And so
Sure.
somebody brought this phrase up to me. But as I sit here now, like, well, no, I guess that does hold true because, like, I can think of lots of things people deal with that I don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if their things aren't as difficult as mine, well, I don't want them because they still consider that to be a problem. Whereas, does that make sense? Like,
Mhm.
I don't want no problems
Sure.
because there's still problems. Then you're kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
You got to delve into that some more. But Mary Wyckoff, we are very sorry for your mom's passing, and
Yeah.
yet we celebrate it.
Yeah.
I've been doing that a lot
Mm.
lately.
Because the next one, she said, I always love this one more and more now than ever. My mom loved the Lord and shared Jesus with everyone.
Yeah.
So that's very encouraging, but also very sorry.
I've
Yeah.
been saying, you know, Amy Raymond, her phrase of two things can be true at the same time. And I've been
That's such
saying,
a
Yeah.
good one.
I think it's almost to like 15. I think 15 things can be true at the same time.
Yes, for sure. I
Like
use
with-
that a lot.
Well, like with Jeff Jackson's dad passing.
Mhm.
Like, praise God, he's with the Lord.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry you lost your dad. Hey, you're going to, you know, this is going to be a lot of doing ahead of you.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad that all the doing that you've been doing is over. And, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
20 things can be true.
Very
and that's why I think
much.
we do get overwhelmed in
Yes.
death and
Oh,
in
yeah.
these times.
It's
Right.
a lot of doing.
It is.
It's a lot
Yeah.
It's a mountain.
on top of too much.
Yeah. Becky Bloss, my
Maiden
dad.
name, Butchright.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My dad's line is always, don't sweat the small stuff.
And it's it's all small stuff. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Also, and here are the rules of gym hockey.
Hockey.
The rules
My
of gym
dad's
hockey
twin.
are.
You know,
That's right. My dad's
her
twin.
father, it's one of those rare times, I think. Mr. Butchwright, I don't think I ever heard anyone ever say, he was a gym teacher at Penn Hills High School and golf coach. I don't think I ever heard anybody say anything bad about the guy.
No,
And yet he had
About
two
Mr.
great,
Butchwright?
Yeah.
never.
I love Mr. Butchwright.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Right.
And two great kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Becky's the one that got her car fooded while at our house. Not egged, but fooded. Tuna fish, ketchup,
Ugh.
syrup, eggs. And we were just like, who would do that
Mhm.
to Becky the Bumblebee? That was her nickname. because we had her dress up in a bumblebee costume once in Young Life. Well, it turns out it was a case of mistaken identity. They thought it was somebody else's car.
Oh.
And that's where I came up with the phrase that vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Hmm.
And that's why we can't get revenge. And I went, somebody else said that. And I went, no, that's why Becky can't get
Yeah. Yeah, right.
But couldn't God use us as agents of his
On her behalf.
retribution on her behalf? We were like, I think it's how like
Yeah.
terroristic attacks. So we didn't do it. We didn't do it. Valerie Lynn, this too shall pass. Again, these are great mottos, not great comfort necessarily.
Right.
Like, you know, oh, my dog died. Well, this too shall pass.
Sure,
Like,
and
no,
it's
that's not going to work. in
Yeah,
that
I
moment.
know. However, yeah. Right.
You know, oh, I lost my job. Hey, don't sweat the small stuff. Like this isn't comfort.
Right.
These are good mottos to keep things into perspective.
Mm.
Right. Is that me?
Yep.
Rebecca
Arenth
Pulsateri. Clarity brings confidence.
Stop right there.
Yep.
Clarity brings confidence. That's deep.
Mm.
It does. And it can be something simple as like, well, maybe I'm wrong, but whenever
Not
I
clear?
whenever I have a presentation to do at work, I want to know it inside and out
Mhm.
to bring that. I want it to be very clear in my head, so I
Yeah.
have the confidence when I do present it.
Sure. I think a small challenge that is unclear in as to what it entails is perhaps more daunting than a bigger challenge, but you know what the battle is. You have clarity. Oh, here's what I have to do.
Mm. Oh,
Whereas a small challenge, but I'm like, I don't know what this is,
right.
you know. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. I get what you're
one
saying.
could argue can bring.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, no, because it brings more confidence than ambiguity.
Right.
Mhm.
So clarity does bring confidence.
Yeah.
I like that.
Change brings growth. If you don't grow, you don't change.
I think that goes back to
Yeah, the other one.
right growth or change is inevitable. Growth is optional.
Right.
Yeah. When there's a will, there's a way. And God give me strength.
Sydney Sine, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can.
Someone said if you don't start,
Yep.
if you have a project that's just too big
Mm.
and you can't start it, that you don't have you need a smaller, manageable first step.
Mhm. That's a great.
I totally agree with
Yes.
that.
Absolutely.
And the guy was saying like, oh, I have to write a 300, 100-page paper. Oh, okay. Well, I can just write 100 pages. I can't write 100 pages.
Mhm.
Okay, just start with,
Just start.
one page.
Yeah.
I just can't. Okay, how about you make a,
Like
Right.
and I
a
actually
sentence.
share that with Belle, like make an outline,
Yeah.
do
right.
whatever, like start somewhere.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Kelly Frey.
Fry comes
sorry.
back, still your neighbor.
Yep. And you are the sum of your experiences.
That's another deep one.
It
Yeah.
is deep because when you think about it, like
Sure you are.
yeah,
Right.
that's very true. Good and bad experiences.
hmm And Leslie Nicole, if God brings you to it, he will bring you through it.
We have a couple that were added on late. Sally Herr, God's got this, and
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's
That
a
is
real
a good one. Yep.
Um, and it's funny that we're gonna end on Kathy's, my sister Kathy.
Oh yeah.
I'm so far out, I'm in. And she means that like from a style perspective
Oh
and like knowing it.
yeah.
Because years ago it was the phrase, wait, hold on. I can't remember what the phrase was supposed to be. but she said, oh, this is now the worst story ever. But she said, oh, I don't want to blow up your spot.
Mhm.
That's what people used to say, like
Right.
to
Yeah.
blow your cover.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, I'm out the spout. And so we made a commitment to getting that and used. And like 1 year later, I heard a kid at the high school say, yo, that party was out the spout. And I was like, she's made it finally.
Come back in.
That's awesome. That's so funny.
That's cute.
Another one of my mottos. We're done, right? With
Yeah.
those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are, yeah.
Whatever you need, whenever you need it.
Yep.
I live by
That's a
that.
good one.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
And it is. It's
Yeah.
still so sneaky
Oh man.
Mm.
because you don't get called on it very often.
But when you do,
Right.
You just gotta show
better.
up.
You
You
better
gotta
do it
show
too.
up.
You gotta show up.
yeah.
So, any
I
other-
mean, it's a good. It's
Go.
like it feels good to do that one. I had. I don't know if he wants to. I won't mention names, but I had a friend. Have a friend, does videography and photography and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, we just
and,
talked about
yeah,
this.
His dad
Yeah.
had a heart attack, and he was literally like about to film a wedding, and we were at Kmart in New Kensington
R.I.P..
at the time.
Mm.
And I was like, "Yep, I'm there, man." He wanted me to come. You know, he asked me if I could come and film some of it, and I was like, "Yep, I'm there, man." And
Yep.
it was,
no questions asked.
yeah, it's very, I don't know, it's humbling, it's gratifying, and it just makes friendships stronger and things like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Whether or not we come up in a couple weeks or next week with our own, here's my new phrase that I sort of talked to you guys about, not everybody, over the weekend, but my phrase was, the one phrase I use is an unguarded strength is a double weakness.
Yeah.
And that's changed a lot of my life. But my new one, and this is what I want to workshop it a little bit, which was an unguarded passion can be blank. And so, but now I've even changed that to an unguarded advocacy. So like if I'm all about this, whether it be Swedish people's rights or this activity, or, I'm an advocate for this. If I don't guard that, the phrase I was using was forced indifference. Like you become more and more passionate about this, you're forcing me to just not care.
Right.
But I don't know exactly what the exact phrasing is, so it's catchy. But do you agree with it? Like, because even like if I don't guard the joke that
So
is
what do you mean by guard?
control it.
If you don't control
If you don't
it,
rein in your advocacy, it's going to be counterproductive.
because
If all you ever talk about is the
you're
injustice of this
Right.
or the plight of that,
because you're gonna have like blinders on and tunnel vision.
no, because you're going to turn people off.
Right. You're going to be that guy. Like, oh, all you
Yes.
talk about, I don't want to hang around you anymore. That's all that we're going to bring up, and you need to stop.
Yeah.
Like somebody that
Yeah.
brews their own beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's all they ever talk about.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever tell you that? No, what was the joke the guy said was like, oh, did you know that I brew my own beer? Oh, you don't care? Well, let me tell you all about it.
Yep. Yeah.
So there's something in there. I just want to figure it out. So let's,
There's
Yeah.
definitely something in there.
Right.
Yeah.
because like
Mm.
churches become that. They have a rallying cry of
Sure.
this, and it's like no longer about Jesus.
Right.
And now
A cause.
you're only about
anything.
this.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm involved right now in another organization where not Young Life and not the church, somebody is advocating, and I was against it, but I kept my mouth shut. And that person has pushed people that would have been on their side
Mm.
to indifference or opposition because they're just like, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's,
Yeah, I've definitely been turned off by people. that-
oh, sure.
Oh, right. It's not
sure.
productive then.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like back to Bethany, you can advocate for even your children. You can advocate for your children, but like, yes, not everybody. You can't go too far with that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You're not my son, not my child.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like,
Yes.
now we hate you and your child.
Right.
So we don't want to do
Right.
that. Because I'm committed to food and
Yeah.
talking about it every week.
I was wondering.
Simple question this week.
Yeah.
Nachos loaded, nachos and cheese.
Oh.
I go nachos loaded.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the normal answer.
I love loaded nachos. Just no olives, please.
I don't know how
Yeah.
olives ever made their way.
I don't either.
Yeah. Or yeah. I know. I get the pepper thing. Like people do hot peppers or
Well, sure.
banana
Or banana
peppers.
pepper. I love
Yeah.
good banana pepper on there.
Mhm.
On a
But
nacho.
Yeah, not all.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can dude,
Any
banana
sporting event
peppers-
will have those.
banana peppers.
I mean, I love banana peppers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But if it's in a setting, like if it's a restaurant, loaded for sure. Like it's a group thing. I want to do like, but if it's just maybe me just hanging out or I don't know. Yeah, just cheese and nachos.
Because like you've made
Uh-huh.
nachos on vacation
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
when you load them up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily prefer to eat them that way. I find it to be. I'm a nachos and cheese
Mhm.
with jalapenos. I mean,
Mhm.
that's nacho cheese got jalapenos.
Yeah.
But like, there's too much stress over. Like, did the cheese melt? And we're taking. Oh, now
Or
I
did
have
you
a
get a
little bit of
good
chip.
bite? Yes.
And you got this, and that had the
Right.
beef, and that was all
Right.
onion, and it's not
Right.
orderly enough for me
Yeah.
per se. I'll make them, sure, because that's fun. That's creating, and that's a pile. But
Yeah.
like,
Mm.
nah, to me, I just give me
Yeah.
my
Day to
nachos
day,
and my cheese.
I'm with you on that.
And I go back to being with Dan Leopold, who sits at the table with us a lot. We would go to the Pirate games at Three River Stadium,
Mm-hmm.
and we would pay, I think it was $1 on certain nights in the summer.
Yeah.
And we would save our money and we would get nachos and cheese and we would sit there and everybody would chant Daryl, Daryl, Daryl at Daryl Strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan and I would put our hands up in the air and the home run would go right over our heads. Those were the days. Any last comments from
were
anybody
the
about food or
days.
anything? No, yeah, I like a simple nacho.
Yeah.
Beth said, the question is loaded with what? And I
Well,
was-
not olives, I'll tell you that
not
much.
olives, but your classics, like you got your ground beef,
Taco meat.
yeah,
Lettuce,
taco-
tomato.
yeah, sour cream.
Guac.
See,
Some
naked and
people
sour
throw
cream.
guac.
Some people don't like the sour cream.
Right.
I
Or
find sour cream
guacamole or
insists upon itself.
I
sometimes.
find sour cream delightful.
And that's fine. Celebrate that.
right.
It was almost on purpose.
Did you
But
just,
what
like,
else?
sound
Tomato, onion,
Yeah.
Um,
Yep,
apparently
banana peppers.
banana
pulled
peppers.
pork. I've seen that. Like I know we
Sure.
do.
Yeah, you could
but
do
that's-
either one.
That's a good
either
one.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
But
what
some
about-
kind of protein. You could do chicken.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
What about loaded nachos versus loaded
Tachos.
tachos?
Tachos every day.
Yeah, I would go there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Tachos every
Because
day.
that's
Yeah.
more casserole.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And you're like I would eat that with a fork most likely
Yes.
because I'd
Yeah.
like mix it.
Oh, yeah, you're not.
You know.
Right.
animal.
That's different. Yeah.
Who was it that just said? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going back to your point about like a lot of times that stuff is piled right in the middle on top and you're not getting a proportionate bite.
You
And
didn't layer it.
correct. Yes, that's it. If it was
And even
later,
then, once the
Yeah,
cheese
good call.
congeals and hardens,
Yeah.
And then you get
cheese
the-
curd.
true. That's
What
true.
are you complaining about in there?
Uh-huh.
That's good.
Yeah, but then everybody else gets naked chips,
Right.
Well, they should have got there earlier.
salsa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But not cilantro. See, some people like
Yeah,
it.
You
no
know,
cilantro.
cilantro.
No
See, you get,
cilantro.
there's a lot of
Variables.
choices. It can be a lot. Yeah. Right.
Oh man.
As Rachel would say, it's too
Yes.
much.
Beth said, baked potatoes, loaded or not?
Oh, that's another week for another question.
Yeah.
But since she asked,
Loaded.
I like sour cream and butter. I don't know. I could just do that or just butter.
just butter.
Yeah.
Just butter.
Just butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like sour cream on there.
Sour cream insists upon itself. Thought we went over this a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I
To
said it was
me.
delightful.
To me, which is funny because I use a lot of sour cream in my ranch dressing, and it doesn't insist upon itself
Oh,
there.
so good.
No.
All right. All right. That is it for episode 316. Join us next week for episode 317. Between now and then, please give us a like or a follow on social media and visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. While there, take our relational needs questionnaire. Thanks for joining us at the table for Lunchtime in Rome. Happy birthday, Bella.
See you next week.
Bye.